Now at 4:30, a shooting victim crashes into an apartment building in Milwaukee overnight. A live report in just minutes.
Plus, spring has sprung. It is the first day of spring, and it's going to feel like it. See how higher temps are going to go today in just a minute.
We're keeping a close eye on those roadways for you. So how are those shaping up for your first day of spring? I'll have the latest on an update coming up next in Ready Traffic.
The CBS 58 Morning News continues.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, March 20th. I'm Mike Kirkhoff.
And I'm Jessica Ty. Nice start to spring today. We're expecting highs in the 50s.
But will it stick? Meteorologist Michael Schlesinger knows. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, guys. It's what, 6:30 now? We've been in spring about 1 hour, and we're going to keep it going for quite some time. But, you know, I love spring, but the hardest thing sometimes with spring, how do you dress for the day? You start off cool, especially as you get into April. You end up in the 60s. Well, today's kind of one of those days. You're going to be in the 30s to around 40 to start, but by day's end, a lot of us into the low to mid 50s, not really by the lake. The lake, you're going to stay in the 40s with that onshore flow. So maybe shed that jacket that you bring. Don't forget it, though, on the way home from work or school. Satellite radar notice as we've gone through time. Had some showers and storms last night to the north and some to the south, but now variable clouds, some spots seeing clearing skies. So maybe even grab the sunglasses as well. As we get to the middle of the week, we get a lot colder. Then it gets warmer by the end of the week. We're all over the place, maybe even some storms, too. We'll talk more coming up in about 10 minutes, guys.
Our top story at 6:30, Milwaukee police are looking for potential suspects this morning.
A man was shot while sitting in his car overnight. Then he drove away and crashed into a building. CBS 58's Kyle Averman joins us live in Milwaukee with a story that's all new this morning. Kyle?
Yeah, good morning, Jessica and Mike. Milwaukee police have identified that victim as a 33-year-old man and say that he died there on scene. Police tell us it was just before 10:30 last night when the man was shot while sitting in his car. This all played out near 49th and Burleigh. The man tried to drive away but ended up crashing into an apartment building less than a block away. Police say that man did die on scene again. It's unclear whether that man died because of a gunshot wound or from injuries from that crash. Now, MPD also says a 28-year-old woman was in the car and was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. At this time, police say they have not arrested any suspects. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Milwaukee Police. Reporting live in downtown Milwaukee this morning, Kyle Averman, CBS 58 News.
Kyle, thank you. Now to a developing story. 11 people are out of their homes after their duplex went up in flames.
It happened near 33rd and National on Milwaukee's south side last night. The homeowner told one of our photojournalists someone they didn't know broke into their house and started a fire. We do know one person was detained. The Red Cross says it's helping all 11 people who lived in that duplex.
The Blood Center of Wisconsin says they are in a critical shortage and need blood types of all kinds. The reasons behind the shortfall: a bad flu season and last Monday's snowstorm. Officials say many people canceled scheduled appointments. They tell us they've had less than 1 day's supply of O-negative blood for nearly a week. To schedule an appointment, call 1-877-BE-A-HERO. The entire process takes about an hour. You must be 17 or older or have parental consent to give at 16.
A local police sergeant is off the streets this morning accused of showing up to work intoxicated. According to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, Shorewood Police Sergeant Throne Rogers showed up for work Friday night smelling like alcohol. The Sheriff's Office was called to conduct a field sobriety test, and Rogers was eventually taken into custody. He now faces 2 charges: operating while intoxicated and endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon. Investigators say they found his personal gun under the seat of his car.
The Wisconsin Badgers are in the Sweet 16. They'll play Florida Friday night at Madison Square Garden just before 9 p.m.
The Badgers have been part of the last 4 Sweet 16s. This time they knocked off top seed Villanova to get there. What a game it was. CBS 58's Scott Grotsky was right there with Bucky throughout the magical weekend in Buffalo.
Badgers do it again, going to the Sweet 16, beating #1 overall seed and defending champion Villanova Wildcats. And the end of this game was just kind of crazy. It was a 14-5 run. Did you have the feeling that Bronson and the rest of the seniors had you guys as you go in?
Definitely. Our seniors have been here before. We've seen it throughout the season. In the past seasons that our seniors can make plays down the stretch, and they came through for us.
What was it like just being in a game like that? Because that's one of the all-time greats in the NCAA tournament.
It was definitely a crazy feeling to have all those fans there and know that millions of people are watching this back home. It's just a crazy feeling to be out there and living my dream.
Looking around this locker room, there's a solid pool of Gatorade on the floor. A little bit of it got into the ceiling. What was the celebration like?
We were kind of calm when we first walked in, and we kind of waited for Coach Gard to walk in, and he said his little thing, and then we got kind of rowdy here, and as you can see, it's kind of wet all over the floor. So we definitely celebrated a little bit, but we're not done yet.
You're going to New York City, like you said, you're not done yet. How much time can you give yourselves to just reflect on the win and not worry about what's next?
I think that we got to get ready right away, and we'll probably have time off, hopefully, and then got to get ready for whoever we have next.
It's been a stunning 4-year run for Bucky Badger in the tournament. 13 wins in all by the senior class. Wins over #1 seeds Arizona, Kentucky, and Villanova in that stretch, and trips to the Sweet 16 in all 4 years.
CBS 58's Scott Grotsky is following Bucky to New York City. Look for his live report starting Wednesday, the same day the team arrives. They take on Florida Friday night. That game airs on TBS.
Marquette's stay in the tournament was a brief one. Their first big dance in 4 years ended after just 40 minutes. The Golden Eagles led at the break but melted down in the second half as they fell to the South Carolina Gamecocks 93-73. South Carolina did beat Duke yesterday, so, you know, that's something you can hang your head on.
Such a bummer. Okay, so the Duke game was late last night, so I come in this morning to check out all of our scores, and I see my bracket, and I just said, ouch. I mean, ultimately now I'm just going to the bottom. Not at the bottom, though, yet.
Not
you know
yet.
Who is? Oh, look at that. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, Michael.
Michael, good try, good effort. Hey, you can check out your scores, compare them to ours at the CBS 58 Tournament Challenge. Go to CBS58.com, check it all out.
And you can catch some Sweet 16 games right here on CBS 58. On Thursday, Oregon takes on Michigan in Kansas City, and Kansas plays Purdue in Kansas City. Then on Friday, it is North Carolina versus Butler. Then Kentucky takes on UCLA.
One singular sensation, every little step she takes.
Looking ahead this weekend and next, the Wauwatosa East High players will celebrate 77 years of Tosa East Theater with a massive reunion show. Theater director Kate Sarner and her actors have a complex show with 50 actors on stage, more than 560 different costumes, and 77 years worth of musical numbers.
It is nothing that you have seen here before, and probably nothing you will see in the near future. It is truly 77 years worth of material, and these students do absolutely incredible work.
Tosa East is expecting a lot of alumni at the shows over the next 2 weekends, some flying in from all over the country. Wow. They'll have a ribbon cutting on the new $2.5 million theater before opening night on Friday.
It is 6:37 on your Monday. Charities in Wisconsin can now apply for donations from the Green Bay Packers Foundation. Each year, the foundation focuses on different issues. This time, it's hunger, homelessness, the elderly, and other human services. Organizations have until June 1st for a chance to be a part of this year's grants. Last year, the Packers Foundation awarded $800,000 to more than 300 civic groups in Wisconsin.
I like the shot with all the flags, an American flag, a Wisconsin flag, a Packers flag, and a flag that just said cold beer. Still to come, the next Alice in Dairyland top contestants are revealed. Details after the break.